Hi, I'm Jenna, also known as RetroLemon, and this is episode 162. So, we did wrap up our Mario the Artistic Rabbit knit-along. So we're going to pull a prize for that real quick. I guess I should say hello, maybe. I guess I'm just a one-track mind. I am recording on Easter. Our Easter festivities have wound down for the day. So I'm just like, oh, I have time to record. Well, there's still some light. It's not totally dark out. I mean, there's still light out. It's a little later in the evening, but I have a chance to do it today. So a big hello and welcome to returning viewers, and a big hello and thank you for new viewers. But I want to get this done. We did, for the whole month of March, Mario the Artistic Rabbit, so people could get their bunnies knit in time for Easter. So exciting to see so many bunnies. And we are going to go ahead and do random number. We had 23 entries, so we're going to do 2 through 24 because the first post was mine. And so up for grabs is a skein of Sock Bunny Studios in Rhymes with Purple. Very pretty. I was able just to retwist it after Oliver played Catch Me If You Can with it last week. Right, generate. Winner is number 15. So let's go see who 15 is. Number 15. And the lucky bunny is Wiz Knits. And the name is Johnny from Port Orange, Florida. So, Johnny, my darling, you won the skein of Sock Bunny Studios. So please PM me your full name and address, and I will ship this on down to Florida for you. And it's kind of funny because Sock Bunny Studios, Kimberly Sock Bunny, is in Florida, so it kind of came from Florida to Ohio, and now it's going back home. So congratulations. Then we're going to do a second winner for a prize. So the prize is going to be any of my patterns. So any single one, and the winner is number 13. So go back over. Is Miss Cookie. So Miss Cookie, by all means, from Canada, let me know what pattern you would like. Anyone? So it is April now, April 5th. And we are doing our new knit-along, and we're doing like a theme knit-along, and it's going to run for 3 months. So it's going to be April, May, and June. At the end of each month, we're going to pull for prizes. So the first month, April, the first prize up for grabs is going to be 2 skeins of Knit Picks. They're Essential Sock in the Jester colorway, which is greens and blues and purples, and it kind of reminded me very springy. Kind of the flowers getting ready to come up. So there will be this plus a pattern prize. You can knit any of the Under the Sea theme patterns. I think I grabbed a sample of all of them. I think there are 6 patterns in the group, RetroLemonStudio on Ravelry. There is a list of all the qualifying patterns. You can knit all of them. You can knit one of them. You can knit 10 of the same one. They just all have to have their own post in the photo only thread. So we're doing Under the Sea. So of course we have Corey the Curious Fish. I love those little lips. Susan the Social Crab. George the Giant Squid. I love George. I'd love to see a bunch of Georges. I'm a little partial. Squids are my favorite. So yeah, I think there's 6 patterns. Nicole the Notorious Octopus. Molly the Traveling Turtle. Bigger turtles go in the sea. It's not a sea turtle, but it still qualifies, right? And then last but certainly not least is Sam the Super Frog. And Sam is missing his cape. He was getting played with and his cape went missing. But normally he has a red cape. So any of those patterns, lots to pick from. You have 3 months. If you did 2 patterns a month, you could get all 6 done if you're working on a toy collection. So it's kind of fun because you can kind of pick your own. That way there's not just one pattern. And then there will be lots of prizes. So like I said, we're giving away the Knit Picks yarn for April. May, we're going to give away the O-Loops glitter base. And I know if you did the previous knit along, you'd be like, hey now, we're giving away again. The person who won it said, you know, not really my thing because it is sparkly yarn and it's pink and a bright blue. So they said, you know, I'd much rather just let someone else have a chance to win it, which is perfectly fine. So it is O-Loops glitter base. Makes me feel so good. It was a club yarn. And then in June, since it's under the sea theme, a viewer made this and donated bags to the podcast. And I thought, oh, since it has little kois on it, which I love. I love this fabric. It was so hard not to keep it for myself, but I'm like, nope, I kept one of the 2 bags she sent. So this will be June's prize. So lots of time to get stuff in, lots of entries to win wonderful prizes. All donated, and I appreciate it so much. Donations that come in to give away from bags and patterns and yarn and stitch markers are what help make our knit-alongs awesome. So huge thank you to prize donors. And get your knit on, people. Come on, make some sea critters. Oh, some nice hot tea. I feel like we went and saw family. I feel like I've been talking all day. Alright, finished objects. I have one. I consider it a finished object, I guess, because it just needs buttons. Where did I set it? Right here. So I did finish, and you get to see it and I'll explain. So I did finish the little In3s baby cardigan. It just needs buttons. I need to find buttons that I like. I haven't blocked it yet because I don't know, I guess I was thinking I need to wait until I get buttons to block it, but I mean, I guess I don't. I guess I don't have to, do I? Like, that just occurred to me. And I never cut off all my strings till after I block it because I found when I block it and I've cut the strings first, they always pop out in a weird place. But that's just me. So it is the In3s baby cardigan. I love this little sweater. It's so cute. It is knit out of Cascade 220 Superwash Quattro. And it's a purple colorway. It's like, I think it's amethyst is what it's called. I don't remember the number. But it's like a marled yarn. So it's like 4 different colors plied together. It's so pretty. So I was trying to get this done last weekend. But I knew it was going to need washed and blocked before I give it as a gift. Well, the coworker I was making it for, her last day was Monday, and I didn't realize that. Nobody had told me. So I was kind of heartbroken, and so she's just going to have to get it. She said when she has the baby, she's going to bring the baby in, you know, after a couple weeks and see everybody. So I figure I'm going to get all nice and blocked and everything and get it in a little gift bag and just keep it in my car. So when she stops in to show us the baby off, that I can just have it for her. So I have not heard any news that she's had the baby yet, but when she left work, she only had like a week and a half or 2 weeks to go. So got that done. I love that sweater pattern. Such a fast one skein project if you do the 0 to 3 months. But it goes all the way up to a 5T. I'm like, it's a great pattern for years to come. Then for works in progress, I knit a little more on my opal socks. So just a little, not a lot. So I got the cuff of one done. I'm working on the cuff of another. I'll show you. The colors are so pretty. They scream spring to me. So aqua, green, pink, and orange with a little bit of white and like, I guess it's like a black. I don't know. I don't really think it's navy. I guess little specks in both black. But it's so pretty. It's from the Potpourri collection. by Opal, and it's the Paradise colorway. Here's the ball band. I love it. It's just, it's so cheerful and bright. I would have loved to have had these done for Easter because they would have been like perfect Easter socks. But you know, these have been my, when I want mindless knitting, just work on those. So not a lot of love, but I did start something new. I kind of had some cast-on-itis. Let's see, move some stuff around here. Cast-on-itis hit me big time. So I grabbed a skein of 716 knit in her 716 sock, which is 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 400 yards. I think Oliver's out there scratching it at a door. Anyway, there's the tag, 716 knit. I got this in my goodie bag at the Zombie Knitpocalypse last year, and it's called I Feel an Attack of Dumb Blonde Coming On. Ooh, and just flew away. I'll have to grab that. But anyways, it's so pretty. It is greens and blues of all different shades all together. So pretty. And I am knitting a star shower out of it, which is like a cowl. I'm actually, I think, in the middle of a row. Let's see if I can. The pattern is so pretty. Try to stretch it out for you. There you go. I just love this. And it's like, I kind of was trying to resist knitting one, casting one on, because like everybody was knitting one. But every time I kept seeing one, I'm like, oh, that one's even prettier than the last one I saw. And so I finally got sucked in. It's a really fast pattern. It just kind of repeats the same kind of pattern with increases. It'll be longer in the front than in the back. It kind of drapes and hangs. The pattern, like I said, is called Star Shower. It is by, I have the pattern in my bag, Hilary Smith Callis. C-A-L-L-I-S. It's on Ravelry. It is a paid for pattern, and I can't remember how much it was. I think it was like maybe $5. So I've been wanting to make something special with this yarn. I just love the colors, and I was like, I think that'll work. I think that'll be absolutely beautiful. So I'm plugging right away. I think I'm on section 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm on section 4 out of 6 sections. And it's just been a really enjoyable knit. So if you've kind of been on the fence, I highly recommend it. And I love this yarn. I love Jenna's sense of color and her dye technique, and it's just sporadic and fun, and I think it'll go so nice. It'll go nice with blue, it'll go nice with green, gray, black. I don't own anything white because I stain it. White and I, we're not friends. I can't wear it ever, so I think it'll look very nice. It'll be drapey. I'll probably need to block the snot out of it though, because I look and I'm like, your head's supposed to go in this little hole. And I'm like, I know I cast it on right, but when you like really stretch it, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, it'll be okay. So super excited about that. Can't wait to have that done. And then I have some tools of the trade. I don't have any yarny goodness. So, a few months back, I'll start with the other one, I was talking to my friend Amy of Cackleberry Creations, who makes bags and stitch markers, and I was like, she does drawstring bags, like the one I had my little sweater in, which are nice. They're very well made, the cutest fabric, and they're huge. Like, you open this puppy up, and they are ginormous. I fit sweater quantities into these. But I was like, you know, wedge bags are my favorite. If I had to pick one type of bag to use forever and ever, I'd love a wedge bag. A good size one, not too big, not too small, be able to hold a sweater. But I wanted a really good durable handle. I have one bag that has a really good thick durable handle, and I love it. But I only have one of these bags, and the person that made this bag, I do not believe, has made bags for a while now. So I was like, oh, I want a wedge bag, blah, 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 about yay size. But I really want a really thick handle that's padded, it's comfortable. I don't like those little skinny handles. So I bought this fabric because she's like, well, I found it on Etsy, it's kind of expensive, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't care, I'll buy it if you'll sew it. So she worked on, her and her mom do the sewing and do the bag. So they worked on several prototypes and finally came up with a bag that's perfect in every way. It's everything I wanted a bag to be. And I'm so thrilled that she was willing to take on the challenge. So here's the bag and the fabric that I bought. They're beetle bugs, vintage beetle bugs at that. And they're not like all like crazy flowery beetle bugs. I don't like that kind of fabric. So, beetle bugs with a really wide handle, padded handle, which I'm so thrilled about because I love it. They can fit a sweater quantity in it. And then she wanted to do orange since my beetle bug is orange, but the type of fabric she put on the inside, which is like a quilted fabric, she couldn't find an orange that went with it. So it's green and white polka dot, which I still love. I love this bag so much. And then because she's so super awesome and anytime she makes a bag, she always makes you coordinating stitch markers. So she made me green ones, and there is a little beetle bug car charm in it for the beginning of row marker. So, so cute. So she is Cackleberry Creations. She's on Etsy. She does custom orders all the time. And then when we were talking about that bag, I was like, do you think, while you're at it, because, you know, we're such good friends, you could make a pug bag. So we looked online and we found this Michael Miller pug fabric. So she made me two. She actually made me three because my daughter has a matching bag. So it's really cute. Little puggies. And then the inside is just a cream. And I have my star shower in there. And it's swimming in there. This bag's so big. But I wanted to use it. I was all excited. I love this fabric. It was, in my opinion, the cutest pug fabric. There was a fabric that looked like realistic pugs. And it was just like all over. And it was just too much. So I love this bag immensely. So, super cute. She's so awesome. And like I said, I've been waiting months for the beetle one while they worked out the bugs. And then, because she always makes bags, and she brings them into my local yarn shop. My local yarn shop carries them. And I had to have this one. So, they're knitting sheep. And she had it with a blue background and a gray background. I like the gray. And then the little stitch markers. Oh, I forgot to show you the pug stitch markers. I'll show you that. These are kind of hard to see. I can't get it to turn around. But the beginning, oh, maybe. The beginning of row stitch marker is a little black sheep. And then the inside is the same blue as the ties. So there's one that's knitting with like this blue yarn. And that's what I wanted. She did one with blue and one with pink. I wanted blue. But my pug stitch markers, she did my pug stitch markers blue because Oliver's a boy and his harness is like a blue, an aquish blue. And the beginning of row stitch marker, she found a little pug charm. And my daughter's set is red because my daughter likes red, and it matches the little red balls on the fabric. So super awesome. I'm so excited. I used to be so stitch marker deficient, and I'm not anymore. I have so many stitch markers. But it's fun. I love that she always does sets. That excites me. I like to be matchy-matchy, I guess. That is it this week for the knitting. So if you leave me now, I'll see you next week because we're going to move into a slice of life. This week's super crazy busy at work. Just as I thought it was going to be. Next week shouldn't be too bad. We do have a lot of work to do to replenish what we sold over this weekend. I'm so glad I don't work weekends because we were closed today for Easter, but yesterday I'm sure was a madhouse. So, but the nice thing is when we're really busy, it makes time fly so fast at work. So I should be in the kitchen making things tomorrow, which is always so much fun. I love to make things. It's such a joy. I'm so glad that I've been given that opportunity. Gosh, what else went on this week? I went to yoga. Tuesday I didn't go to yoga because they had like their 1-year anniversary and they were going to have like cake and punch. I'm like, I'm going to yoga to lose weight, not put some on. And just to drive to where the place is, I'm like, it just wasn't worth the drive to me. But I went Thursday and there was this different teacher teaching and it just wasn't relaxing. It was like she was playing all this 80s music and I hate 80s music. I'm sorry, I hate it. I really don't need to do yoga to Addicted to Love. I mean, it's just, I needed a relaxing session. Normally they play very zen music and it's very relaxing. Even when it's hard, it's still like, you're like so glad you're in this horrible position. You're all stretched and bent because it's just good. And I just found it so frazzling. But I did it. I got through it. I just feel like I need to catch up on sleep. I feel like sleep was very minimal, especially this morning. Now that I'm talking about it, I yawn. This year I did something different with my kids. We normally go, and this is a tradition from my dad's side of the family. Nobody I know that I have ever heard of does this. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take the clothes that you wore the day before Easter, and when you go to get your jammies on, you take those clothes and you make a nest on the floor. And that's where the Easter Bunny puts your Easter basket. So my kids have always done nests. You know, this is my daughter's 16th Easter. So for the last 15 Easters, we've done nests with the kids. Or at least with her. And we decided this year, you know, instead of having to put all the dogs in their crates at night, because Oliver's still being crate trained and he still stays in his crate at night because he gets into everything. He's still very puppy-ish. But the other dogs don't go in their crates except for certain situations, which is hardly ever. And we're like, well, instead of doing that, let's just put Easter baskets on the table and blah, blah, blah. So the kids put their empty Easter baskets on the table, and I decided that I was going to have them do a scavenger hunt. And I took the Easter baskets, and then I left a bunch of clues that led, you know, one clue led to another. And at the end, they finally found where their Easter baskets were hidden. And it was so much fun. It was so much fun. I mean, they were up at, I told them they couldn't get me up till 6:30. I'm sorry, because I'm not a morning person. I hate mornings. I'm a night owl all the way. So I told them they could get us up at 6:30, and it was so much fun watching them run from clue to clue all through the house and finally find them, and it was a great time. But then I've been up since then, and all the running around we've done today, and oh my goodness. So hopefully I can get to bed early tonight and get a good night's sleep. Oh, I feel like every time I say sleep, I yawn. Okay, I didn't that time. So that's just it. It's kind of just been busy this week. Really, not a whole lot going on. Just work. Like I said, I had worked extra hours this week. Next week I'll kind of calm down a little, and hopefully I'll find a little more knitting time, and hopefully I'll find some buttons for that little sweater. So. Until then, I'm Jenna, also known as RetroLemon. I'm RetroLemon on Ravelry, Plurk, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, Fitbit, and Weight Watchers. And until next week, I'll see you then. Bye.